All right, perfect. Okay, all right. So I hope everyone's had a good week and a good rainy day. I will say I do have a little bit of cold. It's allergies, but if you hear me, that's why I have to say it. I don't have to worry about it at school because my kids can't hear it, but I'm talking with people who actually can, and I won't lie because I work with kids who can't hear things. I just have no shame. I mean, I sit there and I go like as loud as possible. I'm just like, I'm clearing it up. I'm not going to be ladylike. So I try to warn you guys in case you're like, what is that crazy sound? Why does she keep like getting a tissue and wiping her nose? That's why. And because of allergies, my eyes water. So if you see me wiping my eyes, I'm not crying. They just water. It's been a great day, with the rain and everything. And now like my whole face is like, well, we're all going to water. So yeah, if you hear that, I promise I'm not sick. It's allergies. So anyways, what we're going to do today is we are actually going to review the ABCs. And I kind of thought it might be better this is not normally how we do it. And what I mean by this is like, I'm going to take more time with the ABCs and kind of spend more time practicing that in the start. And then we'll kind of move ahead. We might be in my order that I have on my phone, a little, not behind, but later, if you know what I mean. So that's just kind of how it is. If I end up saying like the next meeting, oh, we're going to do this. And then you guys are like, we didn't do this. Please remind me. Please be like, remember, we're a little later. We're a little more postponed. This is like the sign for like, you push something back. You see from sideways, it's like 2 F's sideways, and then 1 goes forward. That's how you say like postponed. You kind of are pushing it back. Like if you have like a test or you're having a game and because it's raining, they're like, we're pushing it to next week. You would do that. And then if you're actually moving it back, like bringing it earlier, like, well, I know we're having a test next week, but you know what? Let's have it this week. It's the opposite. You go back. Yeah. So that's just a fun little sign. No one else gets this sign. So you guys should feel special. You got this one. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to practice more with our ABCs first. Then we'll go on to our numbers. And if we have time, we'll start with time, but we shall see. Okay, so what we're going to do is go through the ABCs all in order. The first time we'll do it, I'm going to kind of go with you. And then the second time, I'm just going to sit here and say the alphabet and see how well you guys can remember it. So, sound good? All righty. Okay, so we first start off obviously with A. Good. Then we have B. I'll go a little later just to give you guys that challenge, like that little test, but also like, it's okay if you can't remember. Then we have C. Then we have D. Good. I'm impressed. Most of you guys got it. This always gets everybody. There's always at least like 3 people who get it, who always do this instead, which is understandable. You guys just learned it last week. So do not worry. D. Then we have E. E. I'll bring it a little closer so you can see better. Yeah. Then we have F. There we go. Then we have G. And then we have, there we go. Then we have H. So then H is with the 2 fingers. There you go. Yes. So you want to have them you want to have like the back of your hand facing. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Then we have I. I is our pinky. Yep. And it really doesn't matter if your thumb's across, your fingers are the side. It really doesn't, as long as your thumb doesn't stick out, because that makes a different letter. So either way works. Then we have J. I'm switching hands for this one. Help you guys. J. So remember, you guys, if you are right-handed, you're going to go outward. Left-handed, you go inward. Yeah. So see, yeah. So you're going to go away from your shoulder if you're right, into your shoulder if you're left. I have a dog bed. If you hear that noise, it's my dog deciding she's trying to pretend to like dig into it. And that's why I looked at it. I was like, what are you doing? She's just being her silly self. So J, then K. Okay, good. Then we have L. Then we have M. Good. Then we have N. Awesome. Some of you guys are doing it before I even finish saying it. I'm just like, oh, that's so cool. Then we have O. Then our P. Yeah. I need to stop being so dramatic with this elbow and put it back down. But yeah, P. Then we have our Q. So it's like the G, but now pinching down. Yeah. So make almost like making how your G, but now go down with it. Yeah. G. Or Q. I said G. Q. Sorry. Q. Then we have R. Then we have our S. Then we have T. Then we have U. Then we have V. W. X. Y. And then Z. Good. Awesome. Okay. So how do you guys feel with me spelling words and then you guys either typing or saying them? How do you guys feel with that? Y'all ready? It's kind of a challenge. I know it's like, oh, wow, wait, that's a totally different thing. So what we'll start with like 3-letter words, super short, super simple. And if you guys are like really picking up on it, or like, actually, this is a lot easier than I was expecting, then I will do like bigger words. So I will say 9 times out of 10, a lot of the words I end up using are words that are around me in my kitchen, because I'm not that creative when it comes to like being on the spot. So that gives you guys a hint. If you see any letters, you're like, okay, what in the kitchen can you do this with? That might can help you. So are you guys ready? All right. Oh, well, let me do this real quick. The sign for ready is you have 2 R's and you shake them. Ready. So when I go ready, you guys can respond ready, or you can just kind of thumbs up, either way, but just to give you guys that if you want to. So ready. All right. Number 1. All right. I lost my train of thought. Sorry. I totally had a word, went away. Got to find another word. There we go. I got a word. All right. Number 1. All right. The second letter. And then the third letter. All right. I'll do it again. So that was eat. And I saw some of you guys text, some of you guys messaged it. You don't have to. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. I will end up going and saying it. But yes, so good. It was eat. Yeah, this is the sign for eat. We will learn that later. When we learn this, we're going to go through like all kinds of foods. And that one's usually a lot later. But because I'm already like saying it and signing it, it's eat. Eat. Okay, number 2. All right, ready? Okay. Next letter. Next letter. I'll turn it that way so you guys can see it better. All right, I'll sign it. I'll spell it one more time. So yes, so that was box. You guys are really picking up on it. So see, you guys were nervous and you're like, but you actually are picking up on it. It's a lot easier when you practice and you see and you're like, okay, wait. And also a lot of times what helps is when you're thinking of words like when you're spelling words, you know, especially when they're shorter and simple. It's like there's not that many options of how, like, for example, box. You know, you saw the B. It's not like you have 25 other letters you can have after it. You know, you have just kind of your A, E's, I's, O's, and U's. So it's kind of like what you're thinking. So, okay, we're going to do number 3. It's going to be a 4-letter word. So, all right, ready? All right. And I'll move my hand so you guys can see from every side, and I'll tell you when I change the letter. Okay, and then the next letter. Then the next letter. And then the last letter. All right. So here, I'll do it again. First letter. Second letter. Third letter. And then the last letter. So this is door. Door. For the double letters, there's 2 ways you can do it. Really kind of 3, but really mainly 2. Both are accepted. Both are used often. No one's going to judge if you go one way or the other. That's kind of the nice thing with ASL is that there's not a lot of room to judge. Thankfully, at least from what I've seen and how people treat me, they've been nice to me. So when you do a double letter, like for example, door, you can do it where you go D-O and slide it. So like if you're talking about 2 O's, you just slide it and then go R. Or you can go D-O-O-R. Both work. I mean, it's really just kind of what helps you. A lot of times I do see more when people become more comfortable in practicing better, they do end up sliding more. Because when you start off, you kind of bounce it, you know, D-O-O-R, very almost aggressive, like just like throwing it in your face. And when you get that practice and it becomes more, like I said, that smooth where it's door. So a lot, but when you're starting out, you go kind of D-O-O-R. But later on, you might pick up that O. So, okay, let's see. That was number 3. Number 4. It's going to be another 4-letter word if I can think of another. Oh, I found one. Okay. I'm sorry. It's me observing the kitchen, seeing what I have that will be a 4-letter word. Okay, ready? I can see some of you have already like, oh, I already know what this is. Yeah. All right, I'll do it again. Excuse me. Yeah, so we have our sink. It's real funny watching some of you guys because you stare at this and you're like, some of you are like, oh, wait a minute. No, I know what that is. I knew by the second you said SI that it was going to be a sink, or some are like, SINK. What is that? Oh, and that is just, it's funny to me. Not judgmental funny. It's just like, I always get a kick out of watching how people process and think. I don't know. It's just so fascinating to me. All right, let's see. That was number 4, number 5. Okay. This is going to be our 5-letter word. All right. And then we'll do like 2 more and then we'll stop. Okay. Ready? Okay. All right, I'm gonna do it again. I'm sorry, I'm laughing over here. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm gonna do it one more time, okay? Okay. So that was plant. I saw plate and plant, and I realized I had to choose a PLA word that was going to get you all. And some of you were like, oh, plate. And then I watched you guys later going, wait a minute. That's why I laughed, because I could see everyone going, wait, that wasn't right. I don't remember that in there. So, yes. But y'all did good, though. I mean, you got the, and honestly, a lot of people, that's how you do it in ASL, is you get to that point where you don't read every single letter. You kind of know what is going to be involved and most of the time, and you can kind of just, you pick up on it, you know. And that's kind of, especially if you're spelling long words. Like I had to spell the word Tyrannosaurus Rex today, and I just stared at it as I did it, and it was like my finger just was like, oh no no no, this hurts. And my kids just kind of looked at me, and I said T-Rex. I'm like, oh okay. They were like, we're not even trying this. They knew the T, and then when I got to REX, they're like, oh. I'm like, yeah. So all right, but good job. Y'all did awesome, especially for the second class. Like you guys have only really been taught it like once really, and then reviewed it. So good job. Okay. Now what we can do, let me turn my phone back on so I have my order. Let's kind of review some of our numbers, and then I'll show you guys. We stopped at, what was it? Did we stop at 10? Is that where we stopped last time? Okay, perfect. So then we will go on to how I said you guys could sign all the way up to like 1,000,000, and then 999 on one hand. So that's just such, I know I said a lesson, but it's such a cool little skill to have. All right, so number one. Then we have our 2. And then our 3. That takes time to get sometimes it's like, oh yeah, got it. And others like, oh wait, no. So then we have our 4. We have 5. And then we have our 6. 6, yep. Good. We have 7. Looking at everybody's fingers, making sure the right one. There we go. Good. Excellent. Then we have our 8. Then we have 9. And then we have 10. Good. All right. Perfect. Okay. So now for 11 through 21 have their own signs. And then after that, there's only like 23 and 25 who have their own signs. And then the others you do in this certain pattern way, which I will show. So for 11, you're going to now do one finger flick up, 11. Oh, excuse me, 11. Then we have 12, 2 fingers flick up. You can't, yeah, I mean, doing this just feels, I don't know, it feels weird to me, but like a lot of it's more like I'm flicking them up. Yeah, 2. Or 12. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna mess up every number. Then 13 is gonna have your thumb sticking out. 13, you're almost doing like that come here sound motion. 13. 14 is going to be for all 4 fingers now, and you want to make sure your thumb is inside, because 14 is this, 15 is thumb out. I keep moving my head so you guys can see it better. There we go. 15. So then for 16 through 19, there's 2 ways you can do it. One's kind of more easier at the start, and then the other one's more like if you want to challenge yourself to sign it like that. So 16 can be 16 is 6, and you shake it 16, or 16. You see my pinky's like bouncing on my thumb. Yeah, it's a very, very strange feeling the first time. You're like, how does that? I can't figure that out. So a lot of it's more 16 in the beginning, 16. And then 17 is same thing. You either can shake it or 17. Don't worry, 17 and 18, 17 and 18 get everybody. It takes time. So then our 18, so 18 or 18. And then we have 19 or 19. 19's a little more, it feels a little more comfortable. Miss Katie, I see you so proud of yourself over there going through and doing all this. Like, I saw her. I'm like, you think I didn't see you? Because she's had this class so many times. I'm like, you should be at this point where you can do this a little more easily. So
hopefully we never have to do days of the week. Like after over a year, I can't do the days of the week.
They're not even that challenging, you guys, I promise. It's just, there's always that one subject, that one part you can never remember. And I have a few of them. You will ask me and I will still tell you, I've learned that. I've had people ask me and I still can't answer it. So it happens to everybody. Okay. So then we have our 20. So 20 is going to be our, almost like how we have our G and now it's bouncing 20. Yeah. Or really actually better idea is baby shark. I just think of baby shark, you know. I know that is such a random thing, but like as a camp counselor, we would sing baby shark. We sang baby shark before baby shark became popular. Okay. Like I have to put that out there. And this was our baby shark. So I just think baby shark all the time. So then for 21, it's going to be, you're going to have that L motion and now your thumb's going to bounce 21. Yeah. 21. All right. So then I'm going to actually skip 22 and go to 23 and then skip 24 to go to 25. Those are like the last two that have their own independent signs. And then I'll come back. Okay. So 23 is going to be the 3. And now you bounce your middle finger. Yeah. 23. And then 25. Yeah. 23. I know it just, 21, 23, and 25 are kind of like those weird ones where you're like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, this just it doesn't feel right. Yeah, I get it. Trust me. Then we have 25. So 25 is going to be your middle finger and your ring finger are going to go down. 25. I know. It's not the most comfortable of hand signs. So luckily, what I'm about to show you, you can use for 21, 23, and 25. It's just, these are the more simpler ones because you tend to use those ones more. So for numbers 22 and onward, basically, all the way up to 99, is you're going to do this bouncing motion. Okay. So for like 22, you would go 2, 2, 22, 2, 2. And you can do this for 21 and 23 and 25. So like 21, 23, and that will work. Some people will do them up higher, but I'm just going to show you guys the bouncing one. And then later I'll try to show you guys the higher one. It just gets a little complicated. So then we have 24, 25 or 25. Here, I'll do it again. 25. Yeah, there we go. I know. Some of you guys are like, I can't know. What is this? So then we have 26. 27. 28. 29. And then I know the bouncing, after a while, it gets kind of easier. But in the beginning, it's like your head, you just feel like you're watching like a tennis game. You're like bouncing, going, oh my gosh, every number. So for 30, which you do 3-0, but really it's more 30, 30. So you have the 3 and it's almost like it's coming back into the 0, 30. And that's what you'll do for like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 is you would do 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I'm seeing a lot of puzzled faces right now. Okay. Where how are we feeling? Like, are we feeling lost? I mean, we're going to go over them, I promise. But is there like a specific area of numbers you want me to kind of like just kind of go over before we do a full review? Like the bouncing ones? Do you guys want to go through those again? I mean, okay. So, like I said, it's just this bouncing motion. And you want to start with like, like 29, you want to start with the 2. So 29. Yeah. So it's very important if you know numbers 1 through 9 and are familiar. Yeah. And it's not, if you have to go slow, I know I'm going really fast, but that's because I'm used to doing this motion quite often. I mean, I teach math, so we have these numbers all the time. So don't feel stressed. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't. Practice the 1 through 9s and you'll be good to go. You may need to practice some more with the 10 through or 11 through 19, but at least you can get the 20s and ups. Because that you do, like for 99, it's 99. Some people will go 91, like 23. Those get kind of complicated because some people say certain rules, some say others. So bouncing is kind of like the safest one because you can't really miss those and mess them up. So, okay. Let's go back through our 11s. Well, actually, let's start all the way at 1 again. We'll just kind of go through those again. And your poor cat is just so angry that you are not giving her enough love. And like my dog's right here next to me, just staring at me like, please, please. So I get it. Like, I just couldn't resist because she is so cute. She or he is so cute. And so, yeah, okay, perfect. All right. So number 1, 2, 3. I'm just not going to assign them. I'm going to see how I'm really test you guys. I might come in later. 3 with the thumb. Yeah. 3. Yeah. And then we have 4, 5. Then we have 6. Yep. Then we have 7. Good. There we go. Good. And we have 8. Good. And then we have 9. Good. And then 10. Then 11. Almost recent. Flicking that one finger up. Yeah. 11. 11. Then 12. It's the 2 fingers flicking. So you're almost again you're building more fingers. You're gaining more fingers up. And then you're going through that almost same pattern you do 1 through 9, but it's just now with your hands flicking up or shaking. So then we have 13. 13. So 13 is going to be the thumb. Yeah, 13. Then we have 14. 14 with all 4 fingers. Yeah. I know it skips the ring finger adding and it's just like your hands are like, this doesn't feel right, but yeah, 14. Then 15. 15. 16. 16. Yep. 6 and shake. 16. 17. 17. 18. I know the cat is just killing me right now. We have 19. Then we have 20. 20. So 20 is, yeah, 20. just think baby shark. I don't know why the relation of 20 and baby shark makes sense, but it does in my mind. So 20. Then we have 21. You guys can sign it either the bouncing way or you can do it its own sign. So 21 or 21. 21. Yeah. It's just 2, 1. You don't have to worry about doing 21. No, it's just 2, 1. Yeah. Okay. Then we're going to go up to 25 and then we'll stop. Okay. 22. 22. And we have 23. So 23, 23, or 23. Then we have 24. So 24. Yeah, so 2, 4, 2, 4. Then we have 25. So 2, 5, or 25. I'm sorry. I just saw Miss Ann just go, no. Like when she saw my news, she's like, no. I'm like, don't worry. Like, oh man, numbers they can be easy when you get used to them. But in the beginning, it's like, this is crazy. And I can see in all y'all's faces, you guys are just like, what is this? What is going on with this? I promise it's not as challenging. It's just, there's so much happening with these numbers. So I'm going to show you guys the sign for 100, 1,000, and 1,000,000. And then I promise we're not going all the way up as in going through every single number. I'm just going to show you how, explain, and then we're just going to leave it be. I promise we will let go of numbers because I can tell you guys are like, if I see another number, another big number, my brain's just going to know. So, okay. So for how you would say 100, you're going to do this motion of whatever number you're using. So for example, 1 for 100, you're going to start with that number and you're going to go back into a C. So see, look, I'm going to go backwards. So like it's right here and it goes back. 100. Yeah. 1C. So if you're saying like 900, you would do 900. If you're doing a full number like, 999, you would do 999. Or you can do 999 or 1. I say 1 as I hold up a 2. This is why I can't make up numbers because my hands do not agree with my brain. They want to say different answers. But like if I was going to say 123, 1, 2, 3, you can do that as well. And just be very careful to make sure they see it's 123, so placing, kind of separating it out so it doesn't get easily mistaken. So, and then for 1,000, this is where you do need 2 hands because see, remember I told you can go 999 all in one hand. So for 1,000, you'll go, for 1,000, you go 1 and your non-dominant is palm up. Yeah, 1,000. 1,000. And you want to kind of go to the like base of your hand. Yeah, 1,000. And if you're going to do like 2,000, you would do 2,000. So it's that same motion again. For 1,000,000, you are going to have your hand in the same non-dominant, same palm up. 1,000,000. So you're going to bounce it twice. Yeah, and bounce it forward. That's why you want to stay here. So 1,000,000. Funny story, just to kind of give you maybe like a nice little happy memory with numbers, because I'm so concerned you guys are gonna be like, I never want to look at a number again. Like the thought of it in ASL is just no. But one of my kids, I have 4 students. I have 3 boys and 1 girl. Or no, flip that. Why did I say that? 3 girls, 1 boy. Last year I had like majority boys. That's why my brain's flipping. So my 1 boy, I had him last year with 5th grade, and then I moved to 6th grade, and he had me again. And he's very much, when he first saw me in his classroom, he goes, again? And I was like, yes, again. We're gonna be together forever. And we have a good connection, so he was teasing, but it was so funny. But whenever we count numbers, he loves to act like he's just so rich and has all this money. And so I'll ask him how much money you have, and he'll go 1, bump, 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 and keeps bouncing. Like he's just saying I have like a billion, trillion, zillion, $1,000,000, like how we say in English. And it's the funniest thing because he just goes boop, 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 boop. Oh, So 4 billion, I think you do. I've actually not really ever used the number for billion, because that's just never came up in conversation. But if I were to do billion, I probably would do the bouncing, but I would also add billion at the end. That's just kind of, that's always, I feel like I say this every class, and I probably do. My safest bet is when in doubt, if you don't know, you can finger spell. So that's why I always am like, finger spelling is kind of you want it to be your best friend, because it can really help you if you're just like, I don't know this word, or I'm trying to figure out how to say this, finger spell. So, okay. So how are we feeling right now? I'm feeling good. I saw a lot of concerned faces. So my brain is like, oh no, I'm giving them too much right now. So I'm trying to be like, we're good, guys, right? So we can do 2 options. Got to pull up the phone. There we go. Because we have about 20 minutes left. Yeah. We can review, or we can just kind of, because I think there is a numbers quiz. And if there's not, like I said, next week is spring break for me. I will just make some more videos of me signing to kind of give you guys those quizzes. And yeah. So, but we can review, or we could start our time, like our signs for time. What would you guys prefer, new signs or review? You guys can, well, let's see, actually here, because some people are like, I don't know if I want to type this. I don't know. If you guys want to review, put your hand in the air. No one. And if you guys want to start time, put your hand in the air. Okay. I kind of gathered that. And I was also like, I don't want to scare them anymore with numbers. So maybe it would be good to go on to new signs. Okay. So we'll start time. Let me swipe down my phone so I have my time. Okay. So we're gonna do our time, and we're gonna build up. So we have our seconds all the way up to years signs, and then I won't go through the days of the week just yet. But Miss Katie, you better study for next week. We'll do those next week. So okay, so the first sign I'm going to give you guys is the sign for time itself. So the sign for time is non-dominant is kind of fist down like this, and then dominant is tapping. So time. Pretty much what we do when we say time anyway. So time. And this is also what a lot of people will use for what's the time. So like one of my students will ask me, like, because if my computer is down or my smart TV is down, he doesn't know what time it is. And we're switching clocks, but I haven't received my new clock. So we all are very much off of time. So it's a lot of relying on, hey, what time is it? They'll just do time. Okay. So the sign for second in minute, really second, is going to be sideways palm, non-dominant. So yeah. And you're going to have your dominant with the one pointer finger like this, and you're going to very tiny move your finger. Second. See, like it's so tiny, so small. Yeah. Like you see, I'm like, you can't even see, I'm not doing this. I'm just kind of bouncing it a little. Yeah. A little movement. Yeah. Then we have minute. Minute has 2 signs. You can do minute, minute, minute. Yeah. Or pointer finger of non-dominant touching the bottom of your dominant, minute, minute. Yeah. So this, okay, I'm not doing great with describing, and I apologize, you guys. So for your doing it this way, you're going to have your non-dominant pointer finger. So I think everyone's right-handed. Your left hand pointer finger is going to touch the bottom part of your right hand. Your right hand is going to show the number. So if it's 1 minute, you would do 1, and you're going to bounce it, kind of like, it's almost like you're pointing, like you bounce. So minute, yeah. If it's 2 minutes, you're going to go 2 minutes with the 2. If you're doing 15 minutes, you would do 15. You would turn it, but it still is that motion. Yeah. So you see, so you would do 3. A lot of the bouncing is more for 1 through 9, really 9, because the others have their own motion. 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So 1 minute. Okay. We good? You guys have really big facial expressions, and I think I'm just not used to it because everyone's usually very like they calm. They're just kind of like showing almost nothing. And I see everyone's facial expressions. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Am I scaring everybody? Like, I'm trying not to be scary. I did get told that by a kindergartner today that I was mad and I was scary. And I was like so shocked because I'm the teacher who's not scary because my face, when I get facial expressions, when I get angry, it's kind of funny. And the kid literally looked up at me because she's like one of the kindergartners. She goes, "You were mad. You were mad." And I was like, "How did you see me?" She's like, "Lined up for PE. I saw you with," because one of the kids from the other classes was just being completely silly and running around and bumping into her friends, and it's raining and like the kindergartners are coming. And I teach I teach 6th grade, but it's 5th and 6th grade go to PE. So these are tall kids. And these little kindergartners are trying to come on through. And I'm like, all I see is one bump. And these kindergartners just going down in the mud, falling in the puddles of rain. And I'm just like, no. So I was like, come here, stop playing. And I guess one of the kindergartners saw and was like, oh, you were mad. And I was like, that is too funny. I've never been called that before. I was very proud, as also like being like, oh no, don't think I'm mean. It's just I had to be serious. Anyways. So yeah, I just am not expecting the facial expressions, but I'm living for it. It's great. Facial expressions are great in ASL. So you guys are going to do great. Just know that. Okay. Total side note. All right. Now we're coming back. So we had our minute. So 1 minute, 2 minutes. If you're saying the sign for minute, like itself, it's like how you would do minute. Like, so this is minute and 1 minute. Make sense? Kind of wanted to make sure that was understood. Yeah. For hour, your left hand's going to be sideways. Your right hand is going to be in this same one motion, but now touching again. So yeah, you want to have your knuckles touching your hand. Yeah, there we go. And now your hour is going to do a full circle motion. So watch. Hour. Yeah, hour. Hour. And like I said, if you're doing 3 hours, you'll do 3 hours, 9 hours. 10 hours is an interesting one. That's where I would do, which I mean, I doubt anyone's going to be saying, maybe if you're like, I worked for 10 hours straight, maybe, but you would do 10 and then the sign for hours. So you just separate it, which you could do is still 2 hours, 3 hours. You can, but this is kind of almost like it's simpler. It's not as many signs. So that's why I show it. Okay. Then we have day. So I got to back up a little for this one. Day is going to be left hand is now sideways. Right hand, you want your elbow on your left hand's fingers up. Yep. And then you're just going to go day. You can also go, I'm going to lower it for a little, still doing this motion, but so you can see what I'm doing. The D, and you'll go day. Yeah. Day. When you do open, this is all day. So if you were like at school or at work all day, you would say all day. If you're just talking about, well, that day was a big day or something, like saying day, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, because technically you would say it different in others ways, but do day. Day. Then we have week. Week is going to be left hand up, right hand pointer finger again. And now your pointer finger is just going to go across your hand. Week. 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 You want to kind of have it flat. Yeah. There we go. Week. Week. So 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I said 3 as I did 2. 3 weeks. Okay. So yeah, our week. Then we have month. Are we doing okay, Miss Ann? I see you having like a laughing fest over there, and I'm like, what's happening? Oh, it's her cat. Okay, So then we have month. Month is a little, it's like it's my least favorite of the signs of time. It's just a little weird. So if you guys are struggling, I will try every literal position so you guys can see. It's very awkward to do. So you're going to have your left hand in the one, right hand in the one. You want your right hand to look at you. So make you where your thumb's, looking at you. Turn it sideways. And then you're going to have your two pointer fingers, touch. And you want your right hand finger behind your left hand and go down. See, it's behind. So this is my right hand. Nope, that's not a good position. There we go. This is my right hand. Here's my pointer finger. It's going behind my left hand. So, okay. So you're going to do your left hand just stays like this. You point it out. You want it facing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. And then you have your left hand. And you're going to, sorry, I'm having a moment because I keep calling mine the opposites and I'm trying to not flip them for you guys. Your right hand, I apologize, is going to be turned to where it's looking towards you sideways and then goes down the back of your hand. Yeah, month. There we go. Yeah. I told you guys, it's like my least favorite one. Okay. It's so complicated. And if you're not in person, it's just like, what is happening? So month. While we're here, this is temperature. Temperature is the same thing, but you just bounce on your back of your finger. You don't go all the way down. So you just like do a little bouncing. Yeah, temperature. And that's for the temperature outside. That's where you have a temperature. Like that's for all temperature. Just thought I'd say that. Then we have month. Okay, that was month. Year. Okay, so year, it's going to be two fists. Y'all's right hand is going to be on top of your left hand. And now you're going to make a full circle with your right hand. Year. And you want to make sure to go forward and not backwards. So year. Year. All right. How are we feeling on the time signs? Except for month. We can ignore month. Besides month, how are we feeling? Good. We're going to review them right now. So I'm not just leaving and be like, we're done. No, we're going to do them over again. Okay. And I will say a lot of times for seconds, don't see them often. I'll be honest. I know a lot of us say 1 second, 1 second. In ASL, it's 1 minute. 1 minute, wait, which I'll show. You have your open hand and you just close into a fist. Wait, like hold. This is like hold. It can be kind of the sign for wait. It's not the real sign for wait, but like if you're talking to someone, like when a kid's going, mom, 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 and the mom goes, wait. It's that kind of wait. So just a minute that. Okay, so second is our left hand, sideways. This is hard when you're a left-handed person describing it to everyone else who is right and trying to flip him. Then you have your right hand down and you're just going to do a little bounce. You can move your hand or just the finger either way. Yeah. Then we have our minute. Minute. Yeah. Minute. Good. Then we have our hour. Okay. So hour. Yeah. So hour's back to this hand again. Hour. That full circle. Hour. Then we have day. Day. I know this one. Day or all day. With that open hand, yeah. And then let's see. Week. So remember now our hand is up. Our left hand is up. Week. And then our right hand goes across. Week. Yeah. Week. Then we have month. So let's do this one again. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I had to have a moment because I was so ready to have to be like, we're following together. But no, like 3 of you were like, I watched you guys go like this whole process. I'm like, oh, yes. So sorry. I'll do it again. I just got excited. All right. So here's our month. Right hand is going to now turn to you, turn sideways, and go on the back of your hand. Yes. There you go. There you go. Yes. Yes. Perfect. You guys got it. Yes. I'm sorry. I had like the hardest time learning that. And I was in person. Like I was in an actual class with other students. My teacher standing in front of me. And I still was like, what is this? So that's why I had a moment. So month. You know, honest, I'm just total random note. Wesley, Bradley, I know you girls were sisters. It made a connection literally tonight. Harris, probably sisters. And then I saw you move and I was like, what? Is there another one? Are they twins? No, yours froze. I get it.
My computer died.
Oh, understandable. It happens to the best of us. So you're good. It got me because you were still showing up and I was like, wait, are there twins now? Like, am I just not having, like, how many sisters are in this family? But we're good. Okay, so we did our month. So then our last one, year. Year. Yeah. Year. Perfect. Yeah. And you don't have to have your elbows up like this. You're not sitting here going, year. It's year. It's more down and relaxed. But I make this so you guys can kind of see it better. So, but how are we guys feeling on our time signs? Good? Good? Okay, good. What we'll do next week, because we're not done with time. Time has got a lot. It's got a lot in it, but I think they're fun. And I think they're actually really useful because those are more your conversations you have. Next week, what we'll start learning or start doing is how you would say next week, next month, next year, last week, those kinds of things. And they're very similar to their actual signs. They just have one little difference. And then I'm sitting here looking out in the distance thinking, then we'll do our days of the week. So Miss Katie, you have a week to remember the days of the week. And then I'll show you guys how you would do the months of the year. Months of the year don't have anything fancy. I'll just say it now. They're just finger spelling. So I'll show you them, but most of them is just finger spelling. And then I think after that, I forget this every time. We'll do today, tomorrow, yesterday, those as well. And then I think that's, there it is. I see them. Morning, night, afternoon. So all of those like different times of the day we'll go through. And then when we finish all of that, we will move on to the next one, which is family signs, which those are also fun. So, okay, we have like 2 minutes left. We can finish now. If you guys have any questions.
In the 2 minutes left, I'm hijacking the class because I want everyone to learn my favorite sign for Miss Ann's cat.
Cat, yes.
Cat. It's my favorite. Like after doing this class for over a year, we have seen so many cats.
Oh yeah.
We have a lot of cats at home, but it's my favorite sign. It's so,
and we're pet friendly.
So cat-like.
We are so pet friendly here too. Like, don't feel embarrassed if
we are pro pet.
We are. Like, I think one time we had a moment where we were just talking about pets for a good 20 minutes. We totally lost it. We just couldn't stop. So that happens. We will learn the signs for pets too. So that'll be nice. Okay, so I see your question about infinity. So I've not really seen a clear one. Unfortunately, I know. What I use is the sign for always. So I'm sorry, he just made a big.
You need to ask your kids how they say to infinity and beyond.
I do.
Like, how do they Buzz Lightyear is what I want to know.
I need to do. Yeah. Oh, you can definitely finger spell infinity, but I got to ask that one. So you can finger spell infinity. I just always use the sign for forever. And the sign for forever is you have your pointer finger and you go in a circular motion and then you turn into a Y and go forward. So this almost makes me think to infinity and beyond. Just saying. But yeah, that's what I do. I also can be a little dramatic, which is kind of fun to do, is you just keep pretend like it's going and going. So like sometimes if I'm talking about like the numbers just keep going, like how I said, when my student kept doing bum 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 bum, that could also be taken as infinity. It's that kind of the dramaticness of it where you just keep going. So like 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, and you see I keep sliding my zero across. That could be taken as infinity. And that's kind of how it is that I've seen. I would definitely check on that because again, that's just not a number. Thankfully for me, my math is just 6th grade math. I love math, but like I don't have to teach infinities and have those discussions of infinities in like the math classes. I don't know if you guys remember those or if you've seen them or if you have yet to take the class of it, because we have a whole group of people, but I didn't forget those. I remember when we had infinity symbols in our math equations. I thought they were cool, but very intimidating. So, but yeah, any other questions you guys have? I mean, they don't even have to be related to time and numbers. Like they can be just kind of slightly off, and not when I mean slightly off, I mean off of this like subject. So any questions or are we good to go? Oh, well, it is 5:30. I see we are past the minute. Well, what we will do is we will see each other next week. If you do have any questions and I didn't give you guys that opportunity because I realized what time it was, you're more than welcome to bring them to the class next week or email Miss Katie. She'll let me know and I will have it saved, we'll have it saved in our class for next week. So
the other thing that I will do is I don't think I sent out the link to the video for colors. I don't. Okay, so when I send out the link for tonight's class and the vocabulary sheet, Gillian made a like not even 5-minute video with the signs for different colors, and I'll include that as well. I want to say you did not even 10 colors, so it's just not a whole lot of content, but it's good to just take a look at it if you get a chance.
Because with colors, I'll just add why. The colors is because you just have your basics. There's not a sign for turquoise and aquamarine and sky blue and dark green. There's really not many. I know, which is kind of sad. You have to kind of either fingerspell or describe them and build on them. And that's why. So I give you guys the basic colors. And that's why it's kind of a short video. It's just as long as you have the basics, you're good to go. So
the other thing that I will include so you'll know what you're getting is a video clip that we found of people who are deaf answering questions that hearing people Google about deaf people. And so it's really funny to hear their answers because I think they must be reading them for the first time because they're just like, what in the world? But it's pretty great. So I'll send that along too. Just for fun.
So, all righty. Okay. Well, we will see you all next week. Oh, I'm showing it already. Next week. Y'all have a great week.
Bye,
guys.